For me, mana was about self-pride, self-ego type of thing. When I had my accident and I saw all these people that gathered around me, it was their strength and their mana that came into me, which sort of gave me a whole new perspective on what mana was really about.
A serious spinal injury while playing rugby league, one of the most macho sports in the country, has taught Ike Rakena a lot about the true meaning of mana.
I think I have to relate a lot of it to being in a wheelchair and having to humble myself, having to learn about patience, having to learn about caring and sharing.
Born and raised in Auckland, Ike is of Waikato Tainui descent. He now lives in the heart of Tainui territory, Ngaro Wahia. He'd always felt strongly connected to his whakapapa.
I think that my culture is definitely still a living thing from the past.
But it was only when ACC funded him to complete a course in Te Reo to help in his rehabilitation that he became clear about his future direction.
Ike had his accident on this field during a rugby league match. There are around 70 new cases of permanent spinal cord injury each year. 24% of those are related to sport, and most of those happen to men.
Ike was a fit 24-year-old and a father of a 3-year-old son when he took that knock. The first year was a roller coaster of emotions, and that year his partner also gave birth to a daughter.
When I came out, I was an angry person after my accident. Went through denial, went through the anger. Definitely try to push Deb and the kids out the door.
At home, wife Deborah did her best to be understanding. She'd been with Ike since she was a teenager. They'd had their ups and downs, but this was a massive test of their commitment. Deb was the breadwinner and expecting their daughter Tanipo Jordan. Ike cared for Dion James at home.
It was really tough because I'd have a crying baby on one hand, and then I've got a new injured husband on the other hand, and you know, it's like, who's going to win the race for attention, basically. It was pretty much like looking after two babies, really.
Deborah was Ike's primary caregiver for 2 years, until they were able to get reliable caregivers like Erina. But Ike was making very little progress.
All his friends that he had known weren't coming around anymore, and the things that he used to do he couldn't do anymore, and he basically only wanted to sleep and stay in bed or stay inside and look out the window, you know.
In the early months after your accident, you need a lot of support, but sometimes you just need someone to shake you out of those dark moments.
Yeah, I suppose it was about June 2006 where I had my visit from my GP, local GP here, and pointed out what Deb was already saying to me, that I was in this depressive mode and that I really needed to seek support. And that's when the penny did drop for me.
Ike discovered wheelchair rugby, which kick-started his competitive spirit and renewed his enthusiasm for life.
But I thought, you know, where is my passion? What could I do? And apart from rugby league and now my new passionate sport of wheelchair rugby, my next passion was definitely my Māoritanga. And I thought vocational-wise, because I couldn't work, I'd go back to school and try and upskill myself.
With ACC's support, Ike enrolled in the Māori language course. 3 years on, he's fluent in Te Reo and has a deeper understanding of his heritage.
And through there, I learned not only Te Reo Māori, but also tikanga, Māori history, and basically how the world is seen through the eyes of the Māori right from the beginning of time.
What changes have you seen in Ike since he's finished studying?
With all the study and everything, it's made him a lot more confident with himself, with his disability.
He's grateful to ACC for supporting the course. It brought his language and culture to life, helped him get back into the community, and has been key in his new career as a field worker for the Waikato Brain Injury Society.
My particular role is to go out and service our Māori community, because statistics show that Māori actually have higher incident rates of sustaining a brain injury or a head injury, and yet they have the poorer outcomes.
Much of Ike's work is in rural areas. He drives himself in his van, funded through ACC, and has the support of a caregiver throughout his working day. Today, he's dropping in on Barbara.
Knocks me out. I can't get up, not for hours. Until Shah turns up, I will just be orientated, just wandering around my house.
And just looking at the things around your house, as I was saying to you before, it'd be good if we could get the New Zealand Blind Foundation in here, and just look at things that are a lot easier for you to see, like light switches and so forth. My role in particular is to go out and actively seek out those of our Māori people within the community and say, hey, my name's Ike, I'm here from the Head Injury Society. I'd really like to support you in trying to get back on your feet.
Ike's involvement with the community extends to his marae. He runs a kapahaka group and is leading the fundraising for a new dining room. Here, 14-year-old Tanepo Jordan takes after her dad, enjoying her culture and heritage.
The quality of life that we do have, and me now having a job after 14 years since my accident, my very first job, it gives me a lot more purpose. My carers help me carry out that day, and Deb's able to go to work and have her time alone, and then when we come back in the evening, it's definitely quality whānau time.
Life has come full circle. 17-year-old Dion James plays rugby league. Dad dreams of him becoming a professional player.
Oh, no, God.
As the threads of Ike's life have come together again, it's helped the family gel too. According to Deb, they're in a good space.
I'm happy with the way he is. I actually think he's a better person.
Oh, yes, so you really didn't like the old me.
He's got more time for all of us now.